you can change someone's memory. So as a magician, the other thing that we like to do is engineer memory, and that is
Okay.
something.
Wow.
Yeah, that is something known amongst magicians, and it's something that I've put a lot of time into. But we do engineer memories. We engineer
Wow.
experiences
Wow.
because we know that most of the experience is going to happen post trick. It's the way you remember it that really matters. It's not actually what happens. And so if I can
Fascinating.
if I and a very simple example, of this here, actually, this is an example that Darren Brown talks about in one of his books. This is a really good example. So let's say I have this here. Let me set up here. 1 second. We'll get the camera down here.
Love it.
Okay. Let's say that I have this little bolt here, right?
Okay.
And I wanted to make it vanish. I could just pick it up and make it vanish.
Oh,
Now, yeah, but the thing is, you're going to say, well, he just probably put it on his lap. He just probably went like this, right?
yeah.
And so as a magician, now when you're going to tell this story, you're going to say he just threw it on his, that's the method. But the method is actually much deeper to making this bolt disappear. So first of all, you have to ask yourself is why is that bolt on the table? It's weird to put something down only to pick it up again. That's insane. So why is this
Sure.
bolt on the table? Maybe this bolt was in my pocket. Well, why do I put it on the table? Oh, maybe I had to get my phone out, right? But I had a bolt in my pocket. And so I put the bolt down and I say, hey, check this photo out. Now, organically, the bolt's sitting on the table, right? So now we have a bolt in play. So this is the first little piece of, mental gymnastics
I
that
love
we're
it.
that we're that we're gonna do. Next up is the reconstruction of what happened. So if I go like this, your brain's going to automatically figure that out. So maybe I add one step to it and I put it over here. So now your
Yeah.
brain has to go to here to here to here, right? Which is still quite possible. So then how do we make that go further? Maybe we put it here and we do like one of these little subtleties and then it's gone, right? So make it look like I'm
Fucking
handling
hell.
something, right?
Yeah. Crazy.
How about maybe we show it first and then we put it here and then we do this and then we make it disappear,
Yeah.
right? Even though
Wow.
we don't actually show it. So let's take it a step further. And here's where the engineering of memory comes into play. I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to show you the bolt. I'm going to say, look at this. Watch it go into my hand. Watch me close my hand. And when I open my hand, this bolt will be gone. Ready?
No way.
Oh, see, it didn't work. Watch, look, no, look, I'll do it now. Watch.
Son of a
So
bitch.
So what we did there is that's called an offbeat, an off moment. Is when you're relaxed. That's when we get away with most of the misdirection. That's a little bit of a secret. But when you
Yeah.
relax, when I go like this and I go here and I go oh and I fall back, everybody relaxes. And in that moment is when all the magic happens, all the misdirection, because your brain is saying, "Oh, that moment was not important." The last bit of information is where we tend to engineer memory. And this is how this works. I'm going to show you the bolt. I'm going to put it in my hand and I'm going to close my hand and it'll disappear. All of these things I'm registering to you as being very important. Your
Yeah.
brain is picking them up as, ooh, I have to remember this,
Yeah.
right? And when I open my hand and I drop it and I go, oh, never mind, it didn't work. Everything from there up until the moment I make it disappear is erased from your mind because it's deemed unimportant in the subtleties.
Interesting.
I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm subtly telling you it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter here. Boom, and it's gone. So literally 30 seconds later, you're going to go tell your friends, he showed me the bolt. He put it in his hand. He opened his hand and it was gone. I saw it. And that's what you're
Yeah.
going to tell people. And
Yeah.
that's and so, when someone says like, how did he vanish that bolt? You say he just threw it on his lap. There's 12 other things that we do during this time to vanish the bolt, not only here, but in your mind.
Sure. Oh, that's
And
fascinating.
and I've I've seen and heard of tactics being implemented by certain agencies that use these things.
Wow.
Whether it's online, whether it's in person, like these are actual psychological tactics. And, like I said, memory is very fallible. And when you know the parameters, you can start messing with it. And as a magician, that's something we do for entertainment. But in the
Sure.
wrong hands, you can imagine,
Oh,
can be
yeah.
pretty, yeah, detrimental.